Yeah, absolutely. CY and the owners had a vision, and they've completely came through with that. It's a lot of credit to these guys, a lot of credit to what we've been able to do this year, but it's just been a really fun ride.
The owners had a vision. Clearly that vision was World Series and win it. How do we do that? Let's do what the Yankees used to do and spend a ton of money and get a bunch of dogs.
Well, at least they spent money on like good players that got them far into the postseason instead of spending money on Josh Donaldson's, Joey Gallo's, and guys that are much out of their
Giancarlo. Although Giancarlo's not bad in the playoffs. He's not bad.
No, Giancarlo is honestly one of the only guys that swung it in the playoffs.
His contract's just so fat. But
yeah, and he's not on the bases much. When he
can't run.
Running.
Put him in a scooter. I mean, the Yankees have always bought their players. Me and my sister talked about that too.
Yeah.
Which is like, I think it's cool that the Yankees can buy their players or the Rangers. I was going to say and be successful, but the Yankees aren't successful. So the Rangers can buy their players and be successful. And there's also teams like my team, like the Rays, that, I mean, they've spent a little money recently, but you know how the Rays roll. They trade guys and, pinch every penny, and they still are successful too. So I think it's a good thing for the major leagues. I think that there's multiple ways to get the job done. You can spend money, or you can be smart and try to be a nerd and get nerdy players and, fill in holes.
I will say the Rays kind of find pitchers from just anywhere and just turn them into studs.
People will probably say, oh, it's dumb to spend a lot of money, and they don't like what the Rays do, because then if other owners see what the Rays do, they're like, oh, we don't even need to spend money to be good, so like we're not going to spend money. But I think it's cool that the Astros owner was like, and the Mets owner, Steve Cohen, I think it's cool that they're like, nah, I have a vision. I want to make it to the World Series. So,
hey, man,
I'm going to spend some money to do that. And I like how it worked for them. I mean, if you want to spend money to win, do it. It's good for the players. They're getting paid. It's good for the fans. You don't think that they got excited when they get Corey Seager coming from the Dodgers and Marcus Semien, and they see all these big dollar players?
Oh yeah. There's no doubt.
And then I think it's cool too that, like a small market team that's broke, a poverty franchise like the Rays can also have success too, because they don't have, without spending all that money. How do you feel? Are you a little like jealous as a Yankees fan? It's like, hey, Brian Cashman, that's how you do it, dude.
I'm not going to say I'm jealous in a sense. Jealous isn't definitely not the right word. I would say frustrated. Just with moves we've made as of late, I just don't make any sense on paper.
Yeah, like the Montgomery trade, for example.
Yeah, I mean, here's a problem: is we you get rid of Montgomery and you get Bader, which I loved Bader. Bader's a great player, but then we end up.
For you guys.
No, he wasn't, but he was hurt a lot, and then we ended up letting him go. We just dropped him. Another team picked him up on waivers, so it's like we traded for him and they got nothing in return from him.
Yeah, so you gave up Montgomery,
and the one that really hurts the most is letting go and trading Gio Urshela, a young guy that can hit. He's a 280-plus hitter his last couple years.
Did he play a little short for you guys? He was your shortstop.
He did play a couple.
You replaced him with IKF?
Nah, he didn't. Did he? Nah, I think that was before IKF got there. That was when That was when they expected Torres to play shortstop, and Torres couldn't catch a cold, so they moved him back to second and put Urshela at short. But
I bet you guys would have loved to have
Donaldson.
I was gonna say you guys would have loved to have Corey Seager.
Yeah,
hitting bombs in Yankee Stadium.
That's the thing, though, man. Is we don't have any left-handed hitters, and it's 314 down the right field line, so it doesn't make any sense to me. We had Joey Gallo, but that doesn't count because he stinks.
He left the Yankees and did good. So did Aaron Hicks. Aaron Hicks left the Yankees and did pretty decent. So maybe it's just your guys' fault.
The hitting coach got fired right before the All-Star break because someone's got to be held accountable.
Dude, okay, let's talk about this for a second. So the hitting coach got fired, and then Sean Casey, the guy who they brought in, I think the whole Yankees organization is screwed, bro. I think they're all doing maybe I won't name names here, but you remember what's his face at college? Mr. Dumbass. Sorry for the language. Mr. Dumbass who said, hey, swing 3 different bats with a radar gun. That guy who loved the Yankees minor league hitting bro. Sean Casey.
Yeah, no, shout out. Yeah, I'll drop his name right now. I'll drop his. You can edit this out if you want, but I don't care. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'll drop. I don't know, bro. Should we be dropping names like that?
Bro, we have like 5 people to watch this.
Dude, he loved the Yankees minor league system. He's like, oh, my buddy with the Yankees minor league. Bro, Sean Casey, a major league vet. Is Sean Casey? I don't know if he's I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. Is the mayor in the Hall of Fame?
I don't know. It's a Google question.
I don't think so. But this dude, Sean Casey, who knows how to hit. I mean, he's a vet, bro. He's a big dog. Like, Sean Casey can hit the ball. A lot of the vets did you see this? That they're not going to move forward with him as their batting coach? He was like the Yankees head batting coach. Did you know that?
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah. They're not going to do it next year with him because apparently, although the veterans on the team really like Sean Casey, a lot of the minor league guys were struggling because what he was teaching didn't match up with like the minor league hitting philosophy.
Sure.
So,
Well,
I mean, yeah, no crap.
Everyone's got to be on the same page. And, if you're really trying to build a minor league system, those coaches down in AA, AAA, A-ball, whatever, they've got to be on the same. They've got to be on the same headspace.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I've heard some rumblings.
Major leagues.
I've heard some rumblings that like the Yankees are getting too into analytics down there.
The problem is I don't think the Yankees know what they're doing. The Yankees have a good mind. Have actually right now, for once in the past few years, actually have a good minor league system, but yet a good farm system, but yet they still want to spend all this money, but yet they spend bad money. They make bad moves and bad trades. And then, I mean, yeah, as you were saying, the hitting philosophy in AA was different than it was in the major leagues. So it's
and part of that's because they got Sean Casey like mid-year. They got Sean Casey mid-year. So.
Yeah, and you're gonna have some confusion when you're picking up a guy mid-year, but at the same time, it's like communication's key, man. We got to be on the same.
I like Sean Casey. I think Sean Casey's cool, and if y'all he's good for the clubhouse probably, and as a hitting coach. But
I mean, if the guys like him, that's half the battle right there. So.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Sean Casey being a Reds. He's in the Reds Hall of Fame. I just had to look it up. He's in the Reds Hall of Fame.
There we go. So
and
cool.
Shout out to man. This dude, like, I don't know. He was too. The reason I brought him up was because I feel like he was real analytical and stuff, but like it wasn't baseball. Like it stopped being baseball after a certain point.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's okay to be analytical to a sense, but analytics, riding or dying on that hill of analytics doesn't show the entire pan out of a guy's career or what a guy is capable of, in my opinion. Maybe I'm old school, but yeah.
And I'm not gonna say, what he was like his practices and what he had us doing, it probably is not the equivalent of what the Yankees minor league system is. Because like for him, the reason I didn't like it was just a whole lot of standing around and not a lot of hitting. Like it was like stand around, hit one ball off a tee and do a radar gun to see how fast it is. Like, hey, how about we take batting practice? How about I work on
implement a leg kick on the tee just to like hit the ball harder when you don't use the leg kick.
You want me to crow hop into a swing just so I can hit 95 off the tee? Like that's dumb.
Yeah.
No, that's dumb.
Yeah.
But
go to the cage and hit left-handed for 10 minutes and then go hit right-handed on the field. Like, what do you?
One thing I like that he did though, I will say this: he's not all bad. Like I like some of the stuff he did, like having the double pitching machines. One like hitting all pitching machines.
He's not all bad.
Yeah,
I will say, to be fair, he's not all bad. But
I might even bleep his name out. I think
we can bleep his name out. We can bleep his name out.
I'll have to bleep his name out.
You can bleep it. That's on me for name dropping. You can bleep it if you want. I'm
gonna bleep it, but you know who you are if he's watching. You know who you are, bro.
You know who you are if you watch.
It's not Coach
and
Posey.
You know what you did. How about that?
I'll tell you who it's not. It's not Coach Posey. It's not Bailey. It's not who else? Who are the other coaches there? It wasn't Eli. It wasn't Eli.
No, not yet. Shout out Eli something though.
Tierney? Is Tierney the pitching coach that was there?
Yeah, he was the pitching coach. Yeah.
It wasn't Coach Tierney, so it wasn't Eli, Tierney, or Posey. It was someone else in that coaching staff. You do the math, but.
If you're interested, if you're not sure what college or school we're talking about,
no.
Tell me what you're drinking, we can go pour one. Tell me what you're thinking, we can have some more fun. I know that you said you don't think of me, but what you're doing now is telling different. Tell me what you're drinking, we can go pour one. Tell me what you're thinking, we can have some more fun. I know that you said you don't think of me.